Hello once again. Hello, this is Brother Teacher again. Hope everyone is doing well that's watching me these days. Just wanted to share something with you about learning self-defense. Let's get something off of our chest if you're not sure or you're uncertain about self-defense. First of all, self-defense is self-explanatory. It means protecting one's self as an individual, first of all. And sometimes people believe or feel that you have to learn a martial arts style, traditional style, or a system in order to learn self-defense. That's not true. I don't know where that misconception came from, but it's inaccurate. So there are many capable individuals to teach other individuals who are wanting to learn how to protect themselves. Now, it does not mean that when you learn self-defense, you are going to be some gladiator or some elite fighter or Hercules, this sort of thing. It's giving you a foundation of principles and concepts, or it should anyway. Anyone that thinks that they're going to learn some magical methodology or techniques that's going to make them prevail against every situation, you're living in a fantasy. That's always going to depend upon the situation, the advantage or the disadvantage that's presented in a circumstance, and it's also going to depend very much on the will of the person defending themselves in surviving. That's important. And your skill set or lack thereof, and the condition of you, the individual that's the defender. Don't assume just because you learn a few moves from anyone, martial artist or Green Beret, former Green Beret military person or what have you, that is going to put you in this position to beat down anyone that accosts you. I hope you're paying very close attention to what I'm saying to you, and please read through what I'm saying to you. You don't need to learn a martial arts system or style where you accumulate a bunch of forms and hundreds of techniques to learn self-defense. You absolutely do not. As I forestated, you need a foundation. Let me give you an example. If our nation went to war tomorrow and we were going to be attacked by an enemy in a day or two, and you need some able-bodied people to fight, you don't have 6 months or a year or 2 or 3 years or 10 years to learn a bunch of martial arts techniques and forms or katas. That's not going to help you. What you need to learn is combat skills, related skills. Now, let's exclude firearms for the moment. If you had to use your hands and your feet, I feel sorry for any prospective student that wants to learn how to defend themselves from a martial artist that can't teach them fundamental self-defense without teaching them the whole system or a bunch of katas if they need self-defense right now. There are places that teach only self-defense, and it's not uh, attached to any martial arts system or style, and there's no belt ranking system whatsoever. I've done that in my lifetime. I've taught guys that were bouncers in bars. They didn't want any rank. So what do you say to that? Some people just want what they need for their particular circumstance or scenario or situation. That's all they want. They don't want to learn katas. They don't want to go to tournaments. And if you, as a martial artist, I won't say aficionado, a martial arts expert, can't teach that, you need to re-examine yourself and your art. Really. So this is what I'm saying again. It does not take a lifetime to learn self-defense. But what it does take, as I said before, you have to have the will to survive. That's number one. The right mentality. You have to have the mindset to actually be aggressive when you ordinarily may not be aggressive or the aggressive type. You're going to have to change your paradigm, the way you think, when it comes down to survival. It's that simple. And also, you've got to train, even when you're learning self-defense, you've got to train your skill set. You've got to train it. And you have to do it on a regular basis. It's not some sort of novelty. It's not a game. It's not some extracurricular activity. You're not playing around with it. It's not a skit or a play. It's for real. So you should not waste a valuable an instructor's time, like myself, and say, I want to learn, but you're not serious. Now that I'm older, and I've been saying this for years, but I'm saying it even more now, I don't believe in people wasting my time. If you come to me for classes, even people who want to bring their children, I used to teach children 2 and 3 years old. I don't anymore. And children are my specialty. But if you want to learn martial arts, especially if you want to learn martial arts from me, and you're not serious, please don't knock on my door. Don't even have a conversation with me. It's okay in passing, casual conversation just for a moment, small talk if you will, and I'm not too interested in small talk. Oh, what's your rank and how long have you done martial arts? We can talk that. It's okay. But where the rubber meets the road, if you're serious about martial arts and actually learning how to protect yourself, knock on my door. But if you are going to start 1 month and the next month you're gone, don't want to deal with you. And also, if you start and after a couple classes you feel like it's too much because it involves you having to train a little bit and get yourself in physical conditioning, you don't need to come to me either. Do you think you can be a person that is in poor health and in poor condition, and you're going to survive against a person who has the aggression to take your money on the street or to jump on you and assault you in the street? You think you're going to prevail? No. You have to have some reasonable portion of physical strength. Don't think you're going to be somebody with a walker out there. Not that you can't protect yourself on some level, but you know what? You have to expect to do some work, period. If you don't join a martial arts school to learn the system or the style per se, and all you want is self-defense, it's still going to require work. It's that simple. I'm sorry. So, in a nutshell again, to conclude, you don't need to spend months and years to learn self-defense. You can learn it in a very short period of time, and you don't have to have a belt. It's not necessary. You don't have to learn several katas and learn the bunkai and what have you. No, you just need to have an instructor that knows what they're doing. It's that simple. Now, I can go deeper than that, but I won't for the sake of this. If you have any questions, comment section below. As always, love to teach you. So long.